Hey guys, welcome to Figure Out Baseball. I'm Christina Weston, current director of Olympic Sports Nutrition at Clemson University. Today we're going to be talking about periodized nutrition, which is basically where we have different nutritional goals or focuses throughout the year. When athletes first start working with me, they think that their progress is always going to be linear, meaning it's always going to be the worst when they first get here and always getting better. So when we're thinking about things like body composition, muscle mass, and body fat, it's always just going to be getting better. And this is not the case at all. So it's my job as the dietitian to be working with coaches and athletes to educate them on what their best body composition is going to be for them. I will give a disclaimer though that everyone is uniquely different, and so finding out what's best for them is going to be where they perform and feel their best. So when looking at a baseball season, there's a lot of games to be played. When high school is about 25 games, college is about 40 to 56, minor league is about 140, and then major league is about 160 games. That is a lot of games, and a lot of times you're gonna be losing weight, and most of that's muscle mass, which usually can lead to injury. So how do we prevent that? I want my athletes coming in heavy before the season with a little bit of cushion, I like to call it. Okay, so how do we prepare for that? I'm gonna go all the way post the off season, usually about August at some point in time, usually post like summer ball, summer off season. And that's usually gonna be the worst body composition test. So August throughout the fall, that is when the strength coach is gonna be really increasing the weight room workload and volume, and it's my job to get the focus back to basics, okay? So the nutrition focus all the way throughout the entire fall is supporting strength coach getting back to basics. So what does that mean? We're gonna be working on building performance plates. I want 3 things on every single performance plates. That's gonna be a protein, a starch, and a color. You can see my video on building a performance plates. Or every single time we're building a snack, I want to have a protein or a fat plus a carbohydrate. You can also see my video on building balanced snacks. And then every single time we're going to do into a lift or workout, we need a carbohydrate before and then a protein after. So these are things that we hopefully had a lot of fun, took a really good time break with the off season, got a lot of recovery there, but now we really need to help support and focus getting back to our leanest body composition test, which is usually going to be sometime in November. We're gonna have a most amount of muscle mass, really supportive, leanest test around then. Then from November all the way until your first game is bulking season. So our nutrition focus during bulking season is going to be protein, and we're not going to fear higher calorie foods. We might have some liquid calories, and we're gonna be eating consistently, okay? So during bulking season, like I said, protein is gonna be our main focus. So what does that really mean? Our protein focus is gonna be about 1.8 to 2.2 grams of protein per kilogram per body weight per day. Okay, I know I just said a bunch of numbers and you're like, what in the world does that mean? Okay, so I'm gonna try to break it down for you a little bit right there. So that on average, if you're about a 160 pound high school athlete, that's about 130 to 160 grams of protein per day. And you're like, whoa, that didn't help me at all. Okay, easy, okay. So that's about 6 to 7 3-ounce chicken breasts, which is about the size of my palm. If you wanna know more about protein, check out my protein video. And then, like I said, we want to make sure that we're eating really consistently, not fearing some higher calorie foods, because I want us to make sure that we still have the highest amount of muscle mass going into season. We want to be strong, but we also want that little bit of cushion that I talked about that's going to help protect us get through all those games of season. Like I said, we have either 25 to 160 of them to be able to make sure that we're going to help prevent injury going into that season, okay? We wanna make sure that we can sustain that many games of season, okay? I'm just gonna briefly talk about in-season nutrition focus. I'm definitely gonna dive into that in later episodes and later videos. Just briefly in our nutrition focus of in-season, we're talking about fueling and recovering. So our nutrition focus in-season is just carbs and hydration. Okay, so we're just talking about trying to get a lot of energy. The weather is starting to probably warm up a little bit, and so we want to make sure that we're getting proper hydration. So that's periodized nutrition. That's our video for today. Just a quick summary of periodized nutrition. Obviously, in our fall and just coming off of postseason, we're just getting back to nutrition basics. We're building performance plates. We're having balanced snacks. We're getting good pre and post workout snacks. Then we're having preseason nutrition, which is our bulking season. We're really getting all those higher calorie foods. We're getting lots of good protein in. We're gonna have lots of high muscle mass and really getting that cushion leading into season. And then we're just really focusing on our playing and our fueling and our recovery while we're in season, okay? I'm Christina Weston, current director of Olympic Sports Nutrition at Clemson University. This was Periodized Nutrition. Check out my next video. We're going to be talking about weight gain.
Thanks for tuning in to Figure It Out Baseball. If you're watching on the figuredoutbaseball.com website, I hope you check out the Figure It Out Baseball store and grab yourself some gear to help support this totally free resource. If you're watching on YouTube, please remember to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so you keep up with all the cool stuff that we do. For you podcast listeners, we've also got our podcast now available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and more. Figure It Out Baseball, the home of hundreds of free videos from dozens of college and professional coaches and specialists from great schools like this. So tell your friends about figureitoutbaseball.com, the world's #1 online coaching tool.